welcome to the Raw after Backlash, ladies and gentlemen. We're being joined by Triple H for some odd reason in his wrestling gear. Let's hear what the game has to say here on this program to open us up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monday Night Raw. Now, before I get into tonight's show, I'm going to throw it out there that we are still looking for a new general manager for this show. I've come across a few people, but I haven't made a final decision yet. But in terms of tonight's going-ons, as we head into Saturday night's main event, we're going to have 3 qualifying matches, and the winners of those qualifying matches will face each other in a triple threat at Saturday night's main event, where the winner of that will face Roman Reigns for the world title at Money in the Bank. We're also going to have another contender match between Liv Morgan and Julia, where the winner will face Naomi at Saturday night's main event. And we will also hear from our new champions, Oba Femi and Roman Reigns. Now, sit back and enjoy the show, and let the festivities begin. Oh, what a statement by the game, and some huge announcements regarding Saturday night's main event and Money in the Bank. Sorry. So let's get this incredible night started with our first match of the evening, with some stakes. Some huge stakes, I guess, is what I meant to say. Johnny Wrestling making his way out for this one-on-one contest. Of course, Tommaso Ciampa and Candice LeRae at his side. So the stakes are, it'll be Gargano versus one half of the tag champs, Alex Shelley. And if Johnny Gargano can win this match, DIY will get another shot at those tag team championships. Of course, DIY Motor City Machine Guns have a bit of a history. Johnny and Shelley specifically go way back. So we'll see what happens here. Expecting a great match between these two. But also maybe some shenanigans afoot with Ciampa and LeRae at ringside. Phone call, stepping away from the broadcast table, but here comes the tag team champions, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin. Of course, defeated we defeated DIY. I'm getting my teams mixed up here. On the first episode to become the tag team champions. First, Motor City were in the hunt for those titles in the 25 series, lost to Rated RKO, but now they're where they, and I think most of us believe they should be, top of the tag team division. Here we go. Johnny already missing, so does Shelly. Now Johnny going on offense here on his, I guess, former friend. Now Shelly taking control with a side headlock. Johnny wrestling their fights out. Expecting a high-flying technical masterpiece between these two men. Of course, Gargano, he's won all the titles there is to win in NXT. Shelly, multiple-time tag team champion, WWE, TNA, any company, you name it. Also a TNA world champion. So these two have the accolades in their corner. Shelly now working the arm. You see Ciampa trying to rally his partner on. Shelly's got Gargano in a good spot. Gargano able to get out. Not for long. Nice takedown. Tilt-a-whirl. Head scissors by Shelly. Ooh, Johnny got the knees up right there. Drop kick there by Johnny. Springboard now. Shelly maybe trying to get a bit of a breather, but Gargano not going to let him off the hook that easily. Looks like Candice LeRae already did some work there on the turnbuckle, exposing it. Ref gonna have a look at it. Shelly standing over a fallen Johnny wrestling right now. Oh, look at Shelly. Got the arm, but Johnny fights out of it. Nice jumping Hurricane Rana. Now baseball bat in the ring. Not sure who threw that in, for Ciampa or LeRae. Now it's Tommaso getting on the apron, distracting Shelly and allowing his partner Gargano to take advantage. Here by Alex Shelley for the win. Motor City, DIY. I'm getting my teams mixed up again. I'm sorry. No excuse for it this time. I see Johnny just toying with Shelley. Nice roll through super kick by Johnny wrestling. Shelley busted open. Here's the cover. Shelly kicks out at 2. Johnny now dragging him. Looks like to the middle of the ring. Smart call. Get him away from the ropes. Oh, look at Johnny. Gargano escape locked in middle of the ring. Is Shelly going to tap? Is DIY going to get a title match? No, Shelly's fighting. And Johnny gets him to tap. So that means DIY get their title shot at a later date. What a win for Gargano. Unfortunate for Alex Shelley. Just couldn't quite hold on for that long in the Gargano escape. I thought for a second Shelly was going to get out of it. But unfortunately not the case. See Ciampa and LeRae happy about it. As they should should be. Well, on to our next contest. And it'll be one of our world title qualifier matches Triple H mentioned at the top of the show. And it's going to be starting up with the megastar, L.A. Knight. Yeah. L.A. Knight, favorite by the fans. He wants to get that World Heavyweight Championship. Obviously, the new champ, Roman Reigns, we're going to hear from him later on tonight. You got to think he's going to be paying attention to all three of these matches to get an idea who he might be facing come Money in the Bank. Crowd loves their LA Knight here on Raw. But can he advance and get one step closer to once again facing the OTC? Well, he's got to get through this man who's been on a bit of a roll recently, I would say. All Ego Ethan Page. Beat Rey Mysterio in Raw's first episode of the series. And unfortunately, he didn't really last that long in the gauntlet match last week to determine who would face John Cena at Backlash. But Ethan Page, in many people's eyes, can be a sneaky good contender for this World Heavyweight Championship. Obviously, the other two later tonight, Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, and Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. The winner of those two in this match face at Saturday night's main event, or the winner will face Roman Reigns, as I said. Ethan Page now just toying with the audience. Gonna go after LA Knight already. You know, Ethan Page, he's not really been on the main roster that long, but he's traveled around the world. He's a crafty individual. So I wouldn't want to count him out. I'm sure LA Knight isn't gonna overlook Ethan Page here tonight. See Knight now with those strikes to All Ego on the apron. And Page now with a reversal. Look at this. Oh, what a cutter by Ethan Page. Now it's Knight backing Page into the corner. Page sends him out to the outside, though. Sure, Page would be satisfied with the count-out win, but obviously we know LA Knight doesn't roll that way. Nice back elbow there by the megastar. All Ego back to his feet. Met with a clothesline, though. And, oh, drop kick got dodged. Page back in control here. And a spinebuster, sit-out one. Cover by Page to make it to Saturday night's main event and a kick out. LA Knight now backed up to the ropes. And a cheap shot by Knight. I'm sure he knows Page's tricks as well as anybody. Can't really fault him for that. Page now's got him up. Knight wiggles free, though. Goes right to the leg. Good play there by Knight, especially with Page known to hit the ego's edge at points. It might be hard to hit that if you can't stand up. Nice knee there by Knight. Knight now slams all ego to the mat. Middle rope. Tried to go for that signature elbow drop that he's known for, but Page able to get out. Now he's just trash talking Knight. Disrespect from Ethan Page is off the charts. Oh, what a boot. That's opened up LA Knight already in this matchup. Page, I think, was going to try and drag him away. Knight now boots him off. Fight in LA Knight, but sent back to the outside by Ethan Page. And now Page, I'm surprised he's breaking the count, going outside to fight here with Knight. Knight, I thought was going to send Page into the ring post. Now a Russian leg sweep into the barricade goes Page, courtesy of the Megastar. Both these men got to break the count. Knight with an elbow to the outside. Nice pump kick there by Page, and I guess Knight did break the count when he went to the top rope. So more time outside and right into the announce desk. Goes Page and right on his head, courtesy of Knight. Right outside. And again into the announce table goes Page. Knight wants Page to get back in. He dares him. As a matter of fact, for Page showing off, putting him in the corner. What is Page going for here? Oh, wow. Halfway across the ring goes Knight. And a code breaker by Page. One across the face. Here's a cover. One count, though, for all ego. I think that ego's starting to get bruised now. Not being able to put LA Knight away. Oh, what a splash by Page. Uh-oh. Knight's in trouble. Page has the middle of the ring. Up. He goes. Ego's edge. Cover by Page. World title opportunity, no. Almost a 3 count for Ethan Page. He cannot believe it. But LA Knight is still in this one. Neckbreaker by the Megastar, but both men are down. Feeling the wear and tear of this matchup. But it's Knight back to his feet first. Another code breaker by Page. Regaining the control of this match. Now it's Knight throwing him into the corner. Uppercut now. Uh-oh. Knight feeling it in a third code breaker by Page. 3 code breakers, and look at this. Page has his feet on the ropes, but the ref caught him, thank goodness. Or can get away with it. Page tries again, another cover. And another kick out by Knight. Gotta think with all these near falls, Page getting a little frustrated, stacked up by Knight. Cover. Oh, Page turns it around. Knight covered. Another reversal by Knight this time. A kick out by Paige. Nice back and forth, and the ref gets knocked down. That is very unfortunate. Ref getting back up though, but just inadvertent contact by these two men. It's almost like Paige is daring Knight to hit him at every chance. Now, let the strikes begin. And it's Knight with the upper hand on Paige. Face first into the turnbuckle. Slam to the mat. Knight, is he going for that elbow again? He is. Connects this time. And Ethan Page is in a world of trouble right now. LA Knight maybe looking for that BFT. If he hits it, it might be over. No, Page reversed it. Oh, he's got Knight. Look at this. Going for another Ego's Edge. He's got it. A second Ego's Edge by Paige. Cover. And just like that, Paige is going to Saturday night's main event. What a win for All Ego. And what an opportunity he has. As he's the first man to qualify for that triple threat match for a shot at Roman Reigns in the World Heavyweight Championship. Amazing effort by LA Knight though. As coming up next, we'll take you backstage with the new IC champion, Oba Femi. Oh, how great does it feel to be the new Intercontinental Champion. Drew McIntyre, you put up one heck of a fight last night. But the ruler does what he always does. And he came out on top. And well, now I'm looking for challengers. So the door is wide open. Whoever wants the first shot at the ruler to try and take my title, I dare you, any of you, to step to me. I will be waiting at Saturday night's main event for whoever wants to accept my challenge. But just know that you will just be another victim of Oba Femi. I guess I'll be seeing you at Saturday night's main event. Well, I genuinely don't know how I feel about what we just witnessed with Aleister Black attacking Oba Femi, but anyway, I'm sure we'll get some updates as the show goes along, if not after. But we got another match to call as we have a Intercontinental title #1 contenders match here. Two of the ladies that were involved in that triple threat at Backlash. First up, we got Julia, this time with Kiana James. Julia's argument here, I guess, as to why she should get another opportunity, even though she was the one that took the pin in that triple threat, was that she had Naomi beat last week, and if given another one-on-one opportunity, she could beat Naomi. I mean, I don't know if Julia's onto something, but maybe she could be. But only time will tell, but she's got to win this match first before she can consider possibly going after Naomi again. With Raw's newest signing, trade with SmackDown. And that, of course, being Liv Morgan, which Liv didn't even get pinned in that triple threat match. Instead, she was too busy gloating to the audience and didn't have enough time to break up that pin from Naomi. And they see Liv bringing Dom out with her. Of course, everywhere she goes, he's with her, and vice versa. So we'll see if Liv has what it takes here to get to the IC title, which honestly is kind of surprising to me because, you know, Liv, before she got over to SmackDown, was the women's world champion, and now all of a sudden she's fascinated with this IC championship. I'm hoping we can get some explanation as to why here at some point in time. As here we go. Of course, the winner gets their title match at Saturday night's main event, where we have quite a few matches going down. Of course, with the announcement of the women's tag titles too, I'm sure you got women on both shows looking to secure a partner to maybe go after those tag titles at some point. And Kiana and Julia just being one of those teams, I would imagine, that want said titles. Oh, what a headbutt by Julia, knocking Liv down. And see Dominic now getting involved because of course he does. Liv trying to take advantage, rolling Julia up and kick out of one. I also gotta imagine what would a win over Liv Morgan do for Julia. Of course, Liv Morgan, a multiple-time women's world champion. Julia hasn't quite got there yet, at least on the main roster. Maybe that could elevate her stock a little bit. Kick to the back now by Julia, as she's been in control for a good chunk of this match so far. Waiting for Liv to get to her feet right here. And misses wildly, does Julia. Kiana trying to cheer her on from ringside in her corner. Now Dominic throws a kendo stick in the ring. For what? I have no idea. Liv sends Julia, now it's Kiana getting on the apron. Look at Liv Morgan, maybe trying to go for those three amigo suplexes, but Julia able to escape before Liv can even hit the first one. Looks like Liv's going for it again, and yep, she is paying homage, if you can even call it that, to Eddie Guerrero. Of course, Dominic also likes to use that move. And wait a minute. Lyra Valkyria? What's Lyra doing here? I thought she got traded. Or maybe was it a ploy? I have no idea. Because Lyra's not even on the show anymore. As look at Julia take advantage. Northern Lights bomb. Cover on Liv by Julia. And Liv kicks out at two. Able to get back to her feet there. Little code breaker action. Cover here by Liv Morgan. Put Julia away. No. 2 count. Now Julia might be in trouble. Liv sets her up. And Oblivion connects by Morgan. Cover here. And just like, no. Julia kicked out of Oblivion. Liv kicked out of the Northern Lights bomb. This is insanity. And again, Liv going for those 3 amigos. Make it 6 amigos, because that's 6 she's hit in this match so far. Oh. Nice boot there by Julia. Over again on Morgan, but a 1 count. Julia feeling it right now. Liv might be in trouble. She doesn't turn this around at some point. Oh, and look at this. Dominic Mysterio getting involved. Helping Liv out. Nothing surprising at all. And Liv just taunting Julia while her back's turned. Uh-oh. Liv might be in trouble again. Another Northern Lights bomb. Another cover by Julia. Is this going to do it? No, it's not. We got Morgan off the ropes. Nice athleticism. If I could speak, that'd be nice. Another set of 3 amigos. Liv Morgan loves hitting those suplexes, I guess. But Liv doesn't get up this time. Maybe she's actually fatigued after hitting all those suplexes. And again, just taunting. Keep your eye on the ball here, Liv. You got a title on the line, perhaps. 1 taunt could cost you this match. Julia could take advantage, just like that. Morgan now trying to turn things around here in her favor. And again, Liv going back to the 3 amigos. But it's got to be 12 at this point. Sure, Dominic's got to be loving it. I just think Liv's got to focus on winning this match and just be trying something a little different. Maybe Julio's going to go for 3 amigos of her own. Give Liv a taste of her own medicine, but clearly not. Look at Morgan, Oblivion on the outside. If Liv can get her back in, this could be over. No, but Julia turns it around. Oh, I don't know. Oh, another Oblivion by Morgan. I don't know if Dom tripped Julie up or what that was, but Liv Morgan picks up the win. On her Raw return, I guess. So it'll be Liv Morgan versus Naomi for the IC belt at Saturday night's main event. Huge win. I'm sure Dominic is very happy about it as well. So Naomi has found her next contender. Speaking of contenders, our second title match, or world title contender match, whatever you want to call it, happening next. These next 2 matches have a lot of history behind them. Carmelo Hayes, who's looking to take that leap into the main event scene. Only having how Melo does in this environment. Melo, at least for this universe, mostly been going after the IC title, but this is really, I think, his first crack at the world title. And his former friend, his former foe, making his debut here on the main, well, on Raw, I guess. You hear the crowd chanting, "Whoop that trick." Trick Willie, gotta love that. You gotta think, crowd really behind Trick Williams making his Raw debut. What would it mean for Trick if he instantly gets into that world title picture? And you gotta think, already Ethan Page qualified. You got the history here. What if the history between Trick Williams and Ethan Page for the NXT Championship in their NXT days? That's got to definitely play into Trick's mind a little bit. Same with Ethan's. But obviously, Carmelo Hayes currently the task at hand for the newest arrival. We're going to show what he can do to Trick Williams, and who better than Carmelo? And look at Williams already going for an attack on Melo. Didn't quite work out for him there. These two know each other so well, like I said. Started out as friends, turned foes. And Trick Williams started his hunt for the NXT Championship a couple of years ago. And Melo now, a nice leg drop to the outside. Melo don't miss. We'll see if he does or doesn't tonight. Trying to get Trick back to his feet. Nice shots there by Melo. Oh, went for a float over DDT. Williams saw it coming though. There by Melo. We got a cover here to advance to the triple threat and a kick out at one. These two trading blows here in the middle of the ring. Who's going to get the upper hand? Who's going to come out on top? Right now it looks like Melo. Could obviously change at the drop of a dime. And look at Trick now getting out ahead. And a nice scissor kick. Paying homage to Booker T, I would imagine. Nice into the cover. Kick out by Carmelo at one. Oh, and a clothesline by Williams. Melo now in control in the middle rope. Look at this. Nice springboard crossbody. got the knees up. They're on Mello. Mello rolls out. It's a takedown. Williams sends him into the ropes. He's toying with Mello here a little bit. Oh, what a big uppercut, I think. I'm not sure what that was. 1 count, though, for Trick. Had to have knocked Carmelo a little silly. Williams, went for that boot. It's caught by Mello with a drop kick instead. Look at Trick Willie exposing that turnbuckle. For what purpose, I have no idea. Mello sends him into the opposite corner, though. Oh, first 48 by Mello. But the ref still distracted with the turnbuckle. Now he's there. That might have bought Trick some time, and it sure did. Maybe a perfect ploy by Trick Willie right there. Shots there. Nice clothesline. And now look at Trick trying to do what Page did before. This time he didn't get caught though. With his feet on the ropes. Mello in. Oh, he went for the trick shot, I believe. Mello saw it coming though. Trick trying to fight out. Mello able to fight back out though. And again, Trick just knows him too well. To the outside goes him. And look at it again, Williams paying homage to Booker T with a spin-a-rooney. Classic Booker T. Look at this. Oh, nice neck breaker on the outside by Williams. And Mello gets right back up. And he's already out. Down and out on the outside, sorry. Count out can't advance you. Mello maybe taking advantage of that. Trying to maybe keep Trick on the outside as Mello, look at this. Oh, DDT head first off the apron. My gosh. Had to have stung a little bit. Mello takes Trick down. Mello has a good opportunity right here. He just has to finish the job. First 48 by Mello. Trick may be out of it. Mello just needs to finish this. But Trick doesn't allow him to. Oh, look at this roll up. He's got the tights. Trick trying to steal one. No. Oh, missed that clothesline. Again, Trick sent to the corner. This time Mello gets the best of him. Oh, nice cutter by Carmelo. And now heading up for probably nothing but net. No, he got caught by Trick. Into a power bomb. See, we're bringing the best out of each other. Trick shot by Trick. Square on the jaw. Covered by Williams. And Carmelo kicked out. Are you kidding me? done. He gets caught. Look at Williams, little bookend right there. He's working away at Mello on the outside is Williams. Mello's trying to fight back. Williams sent to the steps. Trick's getting back in. This could be a count-out win for him. Mello's got to get back in here. Count of 9. And Mello beats the count. And a trick shot meets him in the ring. Perfectly executed by Trick. Here's the cover, and Williams is going to Saturday night's main event. I'll leave it to Trick Williams to outsmart his old friend. And is one step closer to already going after Roman Reigns and that World Heavyweight Championship. Just on his first night on Raw. What do you want, Liv? Oh, Rhea. You know, people are wondering why it is I'm going for the Intercontinental Championship and not your world title. Well, it's all a part of the plan, Rhea. You see, I know we've had our issues in the past, but I've heard rumblings about those women's tag team titles coming soon. And, well, I want to get on your good side because, well, I know that the fans, they love both of us, even if I've done some very bad things. But I want to put our differences aside, because think about it, Rhea. You, me, we hold all the gold here on Raw. We will be unstoppable. I'm not going to expect an answer out of you tonight. Maybe next week. Since, well, I'm expecting that announcement next week before Money in the Bank. So I'll give you the week to think about it. Well, coming up next, our main event, at least for a match, our last qualifier, is an unexpected interaction between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. I'm not sure what that was all about. But as I was saying beforehand, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, our last qualifying match. You already know Ethan Page, Trick Williams in that match. And we know the history between Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. For only one is going to get one step closer to Roman Reigns and that world title. You know, Kevin Owens has come close many times beating Roman Reigns during his historic title reign. We know Kevin Owens is a different man as a result of it. Feeling betrayed that his friends were teaming up with the Bloodline. But we also know that Kevin Owens has it in him to be a world champion. But in order to do that, he has to get through the veteran, the Viper, Randy Orton. Randy Orton last week almost went wire to wire in that gauntlet match. The only reason he lost is because, well, Roman Reigns came out at the end. Orton didn't stand a chance. But Orton outlasted the likes of Rey Mysterio, the likes of CM Punk, LA Knight, and even Ethan Page. And Randy Orton, we know he wants badly. Could he get one step closer tonight? You hear the crowd singing along to Randy Orton's theme, pumping him up for the match we were supposed to get at WrestleMania 41. We're getting it here tonight. Of course, it was Kevin Owens that put Randy Orton on the shelf for a brief period with a pile driver. Of course, you know Randy's history with injuries. I'm sure Randy would love to get one back on Owens here tonight. And get one closer to Roman Reigns, who ended up beating Cena. I'm sure Randy Orton's a little upset that it wasn't him to put an end to Cena's reign. He has a chance to possibly end Roman's reign before it even begins. The iconic pose, courtesy of the Viper. Soaking in the appreciation of the audience here tonight to the legend that is Randy Orton. Alright, main event time. Last spot in the triple threat on the line. These two going face to face right here. And Owens asked for it. And Orton with the first shot. These two men going right at it. Exchanging shots here in the middle of the ring. Either man backing down. Right now it looks like Owens with the upper hand. Orton telling Owens to bring it. Here we go. Exchange. Nice springboard DDT by Owens. Taking Orton down already with a clothesline. No way Kevin can make it that far, can he? Maybe I'm wrong. I sure was. Cover already by Owens. Sense of urgency here from KO. With 2 for Orton. There by Owens. Orton gets sent far to the outside. Owens has basically been in control this entire match so far. And look at this sit-up powerbomb. Spin out one by the prize fighter. Orton's got a rally here. It looks like he's starting to. Into the post goes Owens. I think Randy Orton's starting to finally get something, but as soon as I say that, Owens back in control. Oh, no. Kevin, no. He's looking for like a pile driver of some sort, but Orton obviously knows how that feels. Saw it coming. Uh-oh, Kevin right into the Viper trap. Vintage Randy Orton with a DDT. And now the Viper looking to strike. Owens in trouble. Oh, no. Owens saw the RKO coming. Well scouted. Orton able to fight back. Orton trying to get the crowd on his side. Looking to strike Owens. Nice neck breaker there by Orton. Working with the face now. Orton gonna meet Owens there on the outside. Owens back body drop goes Orton. Right to the knee and right to the back of the head. Orton, at his age, looking incredible. Doing some damage on the outside here, KO. Inflict as much punishment as you possibly can. Orton going to the top rope. This is a rare sight indeed. What does Randy Orton have in mind? And he missed, whatever it was. Uh-oh. Stunner by Owens. Owens, for a spot at the world title qualifier and a kick out. Missed. Orton back to his feet. Orton turns him around. Orton feeling pain in his back. Remember, he's got a history of back problems. I'm sure Owens is very well aware of that. Over here by Orton. But Owens away. Only a 2 count though. Owens fighting back again. Orton off the ropes. Oh, going for a pop-up powerbomb right there. And Orton firing up. Clothesline, clothesline. And look at this vintage Randy Orton. Again. That scoop slam. And now, oh, Owens is in a world of trouble right there. Fight out. Owens again looking for Randy to get up. Out of the way goes Orton. Owens reverses Randy. Shot there by Owens. Orton reversed it again. Another scoop slam by Orton. Look at this, Orton RKO! Out of nowhere. Owens didn't see it coming, no, and a kick out. Orton so close to getting that huge win against Owens. You see Owens busted open after that RKO. Almost Orton's ticket to number 15 right there. Nice drop kick. this. I think it's over for Randy. Owens, another stunner on Orton. Cover for Owens to advance, and he does. So at Saturday night's main event will be Ethan Page, Trick Williams, and Kevin Owens. Man, that's got to be heartbreaking for Randy Orton. Come as close as he did last week and lose just like that. But huge for Kevin Owens. But to close us out, we're going to have the world champion address us. And speaking of, there he is, Roman Reigns. After his win over Cena at Backlash, what does the world champion have to say? Belt in hand. Monday Night Raw. Acknowledge me. John, you put up one heck of a fight last night, but as long as I'm around, you are not going to ruin professional wrestling. And John, I made you fall in line like everybody else that has stepped up to the tribal chief and thought they could beat me. Instead, I made them acknowledge me, and that's what I made you do for a third time. But as for what's next, well, it's pretty clear what's next. Ethan Page, Trick Williams, Kevin Owens. Whichever one of you three think you have a shot after Saturday night's main event, you're going to do just like Cena. You're going to win. You're going to feel like you're on top of the mountain. You're this close to getting that world title, that big moment in your career. And then you step into the ring with me, and I'm going to leave you a broken man. And you're going to fall in line. New or old, doesn't matter. Because Roman Reigns will always be the guy. And this is my yard now. What a statement. Roman, clearly, his eye is on the ball. And those three better watch their back. Well, folks, with that being said,